Hey guys, it's Joe, the 50-something Dasher, with part 2 of my 5-part series on customer ratings. Coming to you still from our Airbnb in Amish country over Labor Day weekend. So in this part 2, I want to give just kind of like an overview of the customer ratings and like how you can get them and what they mean and like how the ratings work. Just kind of an overview, mostly general information that you probably already know, but a couple things you might not already know about the ratings, and more specifically the negative ratings, of course. But within your first 100 customer ratings, obviously a negative review is going to carry more weight than if you already have 100 ratings. You've already received 100 5-stars. The negative ratings aren't going to have as much impact. But if, let's say you're new to dashing, you've got 5 stars, and then all of a sudden you get a 1, well, then it's going to drop you down pretty significantly, and until you build up some more 5 stars. And there's how that is scored. It's there's a lot of variables when you don't have the 100 ratings. So, and in fact, I don't even remember how many 5 stars I was at when I got a 1 star. I wasn't tracking it at that time. So, but I can give you, for sure, I can give you an idea what to expect after you've received 100 ratings. It gets pretty simple after that. So, let's just say a simple example, you have 100 5 stars, a perfect 5.0. Okay, if you get a 1-star review from a customer, that counts as 0.04 is what gets knocked down. So if you were at a 5-star, now you're at a 4.96. So, and then a 3-star would be, let's see, so that's a 1-star, 0.04. 2-star, which actually I've never received. I don't think I've ever received a 2-star, but if you were to receive one, that's a 0.03, all the way down to obviously a 4-star is just a 0.01. So if you were at a 5.0 with 100 5 stars and you get a 4-star, you'll still be at a 4.99. So that's how that works when you receive those. Now, one of the primary issues right off the bat for me with customer ratings is, so far in my experience since I've been doing this and in my area, only 1 in 8 customers will even leave a review at all. So do you kind of see a problem here right off the bat? And I'll have a lot more to say about this in part 3. I'll go on a rant about this, but only 1 in 8. So comment down below if in your market things are different and you see more of a frequency of customer ratings than that. But that's, in my market, that's what I see is 1 in 8. Now, something that you may or may not be aware of is when you receive a negative rating, you can call DoorDash support and get more details on that rating. And I've only done this one time for a couple reasons. First and foremost, I just don't think it's worth it. If all of a sudden I go to log into my app and I see I have a new 1-star rating, okay, I don't think it's worth it for me to call DoorDash support and try to find out the details on that and get myself all worked up about it and get even more upset about it and all those types of things. I got a 1-star. I track it on my spreadsheet, and I'll get more into the tracking, and that's part 4 of this series. I log it, track it, move on, okay? But I have called in one time for one of my 1-stars. It was right after a dash ended. I got home, I looked, I saw I had a brand new 1-star, and I was like, I was just in one of those moods. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna call them and find out what's going on here. So I get on the phone and I find out that it's from a Wendy's order from about 2 days prior to that phone call. And they're also able to tell you, the date and the merchant and why you received that. At least for this particular example, they were able to tell me all three of those things. So this was a Wendy's order, and they said that the reason I received the 1-star was because of the reason that the customer gave was missing items. And then the next thing the customer service agent said was, they were like, well, wait a minute, this is a merchant where the orders are given to you in sealed bags, right? Wendy's is sealed bag. And I was like, yes. The Wendy's seals their bags, so you're supposed to be tamper-proofed. You're not supposed to open up the sack and look inside. And then the agent was like, well, then in those cases, then that's something that's out of your control, and that rating is not supposed to stick, and that should be removed from you. And I was like, okay, well then can you go ahead and remove that rating? And I was told that customer service cannot remove the rating, only the system can. So there's another problem right there. And that rating ended up sticking. And in fact, I think it's still on my record right now, and that's the next negative rating that's due to be fallen off. It hasn't been 100 customer ratings since that one yet. And so that's another reason why I don't call and get any more information on all of these different negative ratings, because how's that going to help me? If I call and I find out, the date and what restaurant, and I find out that it's something that's out of my control, but I also find out that there's nothing support can do for me, and only the system can remove it, and the system's not removing it, well, there's nothing that, I just got to live with it. And there's nothing that can be done, so what's the point of calling? So anyway, that's kind of like a general overview of getting the ratings and the weight that they carry, and the fact that you can get more information on the negative ones. So make sure to check out the next part 3 here, and I'll get into the two big issues that I have with customer ratings. Make sure to check that video out. Thanks for watching this installment, and make sure to like, subscribe, and catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.